G'day everybody, Nick here from REM Sleep. So tonight you're going to be doing a home sleep test, and this sleep test is going to have a look and see how you're sleeping, and it's going to record all your sleep physiology so we have a better understanding as to how you're sleeping and if there's anything going wrong with your sleep. A lot of the signals we'll be doing have to do with your breathing, because that's obviously where a lot of things go a little bit pear-shaped over night time. When your muscles relax and your upper airway relaxes, we can get things like snoring, sleep apnea, and this can affect the quality of sleep. So this video is just to show you. I'm going to run through the actual instruction booklet with you that you'll get with your sleep test kit, and actually show you on myself how the different items go on. And that way you can, if you want, you can just follow this video and you can use the instruction booklet, or you can do both, whatever you like. Okay, but this is just for those people that might not be so good with instructions, like that myself. I prefer to see someone actually do it. That's the best way to learn, I think. So the first part we're going to do with the instructions is step 1, and this is putting on the respiratory bands. So if you get all your equipment out and put it on a table, you can follow along with this, and that way if you need to, you can pause the video at any stage as well. But these are the respiratory bands that we have. Okay, they look like this. It's sort of a thick part and a thin, and you'll have one that has a blue cable and the other one has a yellow cable. Here. And what we're going to do with these is the yellow one is going to go around our chest. So if you've got someone to help you with this, you can get them to pass it round. Otherwise, it's not too difficult to do it yourself. And what we're doing here is this has a little, just a little buckle sort of thing here. And I'm just going to pass through this and back around in itself. So you can see that there, it's just around my chest. Have it just tight enough so it's going to stay where it is. You don't want it so that it's hurting you or anything like that. But that's going to stay where it is, and this yellow cable sort of hangs down from the bottom straight in front, and we're going to do the same with the blue. So I guess if you start with the blue cable just hanging straight down and just put it on your belly button, pass it around the back. And the same thing, you're just going to pass it through the little buckle. So just pass that through, back around in itself again. Now these bands here measure your respiratory effort, so your thoracic and abdomen effort. As you're breathing in and out, there's a sensor in this band that expands and contracts, so we get a nice breathing signal from the bands there. And they're useful because they help us determine if you have what we call central apnea. I won't go into the details, but they also let us know about your breathing effort as well. Now these bands also act for the next stage, which is step 2, and that's attaching our input box and recorder that we have in the pack. This part here is what we call the recorder. It does what it says, which is record all the sleep information, and this box is the input box. As you can see, it has a number of inputs, and they're all different colors. And there's 2 shapes. There's the round shape and the keyhole shape. But they're all color-coded, which makes it very easy doing this. So to put this recorder on, we start with the input box, and all we do is on the back there's a little clip, and we just thread it onto the thoracic band, like so. On the back of the recorder there is a little flap you see there, and what you can do is with this flap, if you hold it like this, you can actually just undo the abdomen belt and just pass it through the back of the flap like so. And now we're basically set up, and all we have to do now is start plugging everything into this input box. So that's step number 3, just attaching the yellow and blue cables from the thoracic bands. So we just get that yellow cable. It does tell you in the booklet where they go, but you can simply look and find the actual spot that's yellow that has the keyhole shape and plug it in. Pick up the blue cable from the abdomen band, same thing, just find the blue one where the same shape is, and now that's in there, and we're ready to go. Next step is what we call the electrode placement, and these are our electrodes. They're all different colors there. You have a black, yellow, red, blue and orange, and the electrodes on the end of them have a little press stud, and they attach to what we call the electrode pads, which are basically stickers. And so we can take an electrode, let's take the black one to start with, and if you press down on the actual sticker itself, it clicks on, and then you can actually peel off the sticker like so, and you'll be placing these stickers on different areas of the body, and that will help us record your sleep patterns, so your brain waves. It will also help us look at your heart, your ECG. So before we stick each sticker on, we do what we call skin prepping, which is basically a fancy word for cleaning the skin, and to do that we use some new prep. It's basically an exfoliant paste, like a gritty type paste, and you just grab a little cotton bud that we supply for you and squeeze a bit onto the cotton bud, and wherever you're going to put one of the stickers, you will clean that area, give it a good clean, and then just wipe it dry with a tissue or some paper towel or whatever you like to there. You can just wipe it with your hand if you want. Make sure it's nice and dry, and then you'll peel off the sticker and you'll put it on the different areas once they're clean. So that brings us to the next step, which is the electrode placement. So the first one we do is the black wire, and we do that, peel off a sticker, and that goes on your left clavicle, and your clavicle is your collarbone, so just on the collarbone here. The next cable is the yellow electrode. So we grab a yellow one, put it on a sticker, and that's going to go high up on the hairline on the left hand side. So if you're getting a bit of a receding hairline like myself, or if you're bald, just where your hairline normally would be, just up here somewhere. Okay. And that gives us our EEG, which allows us to see your sleep cycle, and also if you're having any interruptions in that sleep cycle. The next one is the red cable, and that goes behind the right ear. So on this bony part behind the right ear, we peel off and stick on the back there. And then the last two, the blue and the orange, are our ECG leads. We get the blue one, and that just goes down on the bottom left rib. Okay. And then the orange one just below the right collarbone. Alright, so just feel the bone, just down from there. And then that's all the electrode wires. The next step is step 5, which is the leg electrodes that look like this. They have two paddles. One has an R on it and one has an L, and that stands for left and right. And the leg electrodes come up to one cable, so they join up. And with the leg electrodes, the actual sensors built into them, so we don't have to actually attach them to any stickers there. We just need to use some tape. And down the left-hand side of your leg, I'm showing my hairy legs here, but down the left-hand side of the leg, just on the side of the calf there, we tape this on using the tape provided, and just tape it with the R on the outside, so the letter on the outside. And then same with the left on the left one. That runs up. And all these wires, including the electrodes from the previous section, all connect into the head box in the colours. So this is the orange one, it goes into orange. With our black electrode before that we had with all the different colours, black goes into the black. And red into red. So at the end of the study, when you look down on here, all these holes will be filled up with the correct colours. Step 6 is the position sensor. This is what the position sensor looks like. It's got an L and an R, so you have that. Obviously, left goes left, right goes right. And if you want, you just tape that down on your skin with the tape provided. Just tape it nice and center there, and that plugs into the black one on the head box. Nice and easy. I'm just going to pause this for 1 second while I grab. Okay, next step is the nasal cannula, which looks like this. They normally give oxygen through them in the hospitals, but this will measure actually our flow, our breathing, and it'll also tell us about snoring as well. You can see that it's kind of got a, what's the best way? A little bit of a shape, and it's sort of like that, and you want it coming towards you, so like this, and you go up in the nose, just go straight up in the nose, up over the top ear, up over the other ear, and then you tighten at the bottom. And it's important then to actually put some tape on your cheeks over the cannula just to hold it nice and steady, because when you move around at night time, it has a habit of actually shifting if it's not taped, and it's a very important signal for us. The other end has a little sort of screw on it, and where it says airflow, just with this little red part here, you give it a bit of just give it a screw, and then you use the red part, twist that to lock it in, and then just give it a bit of a pull just to see if it's locked, and it's locked in. That's the cannula, and then the last step is your oximetry. The oximeter has a little fingernail just on the top here, and we basically just place our finger in it so that the cable is running on the top, just to the end. So you just want to see your finger just at the end there. You don't want it poking through like so. So just pass it right to just to the end, and then you tape it up just around here, around your finger, so it's not going to move. And then you also tape it back here a little bit as well. That way it's going to stay nice and stable through the night, and we'll get a nice oximetry trace. Once you've completed all those steps, you don't have to press any buttons. The machine will turn on automatically, and it will turn off automatically. So the machine's, the recorder's already programmed up, so you just have to put the bits and pieces on. It will turn on by itself, turn off by itself, and then we will see how you've gone, and I will normally give people a call and let them know how their results are. So I hope this has helped you get through the manual, and I hope you have a good night's sleep tonight. It probably won't be the best night's sleep you've ever had with all these wires on, but you know, you'll certainly get some sleep, and we'll hopefully get a good result for you. Thanks for watching, and good luck tonight. Cheers.